Good early morning on this pre-sunrise on this increasingly cloudy with a chance of thunderstorms later in the day in the greater Bloomington metropolitan area. In central, no gold, crypto, investing, where you come for one-of-a-kind company-made probability-based trading alert. And look at this. Look at Matic. See that? Remember last night we said it confirmed our head and shoulders reversal, and then we had a pump and then a sideways and down consolidation. We said we could pump up to here on an outside chance with low volume. But if we didn't sustain the volume, this move wouldn't sustain. But I think it might go up there. ADA, we showed you the same thing yesterday. See that? We told you. Look at that. We said we could come up to 184, and we're about to touch 184, and then we got to play it and see if we can break that. Bitcoin. Oh, it's Bitcoin SV. Nobody cares about that. Look at gold, though. It's over 1,900. Gold's going to have a phenomenal day today. I hope some of you picked up the cheap prices of Kinross, B2 Gold, Great Panther, and the rest of them because they're going to shoot way up today. Bitcoin. You can see that pattern recognition we put out for you yesterday. We said it's following it pretty clear. I put it out on Twitter. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on Twitter. Check that out at VINCENZO'S Gold Crypto Investing on Twitter. We're coming up to major resistance right now. You see that? Right? Very important to understand that. Major resistance in Bitcoin at this falling wedge. But we put this on here because you could follow that. You see what I'm saying? What's going on here? Why did my moving averages get fucked up? I don't know what that means, trading view. Let's get rid of that real quick. I don't know why the moving averages aren't working right now. Something's going on with it. Figure that out later. But there's moving averages up here. And you can see we're coming up against overhead resistance. And we still got falling volume. So pay close attention because you could have a major move in Bitcoin coming up. Right, pull our little drawing tool out right here. As you run up against this downsloping white line and this yellow line at 41,000, that's huge overhead resistance. And that's why we put this pattern recognition on, or its potential, after the blow off top in 17. This yellow line is what Bitcoin did, and you can see it's following it to a T. So I wouldn't be surprised if this comes up here and retest this upper W that it made right here. See that? We'll make that a different color. See that W that it made back then? If it comes up here and retest, because there is moving averages, the 50 days like here and the 200 days up here. That's why I have this drawn out there. I don't know why the moving averages aren't on there right now, but this is the 200 and the 50-day moving average up there. And I think we're going to meet this if we don't get rejected here and come back down, right? I think we could come up here in Bitcoin. That's why I have it on there. And you can see the way it plays out the next few months after that collapse. See that? That's what you got to pay attention for. This is what you could be in for. Long, sideways, and down. Dogecoin, same thing. We had some targets up here for you where major overhead resistance is, and we're touching it again right now in Doge. See that? We're coming up to it. Put this target down there yesterday when we were down here, right? We were down in there. And I said, well, you got big overhead resistance right here. And you could have an outside chance of breaking up to here. That's why we have this major overhead resistance box up there. If Doge breaks up, that's your target to get rejected up there between 38 and 40 cents. Major overhead resistance. Pull our little pointer tool out. See what I'm saying? This is your major overhead resistance box. Pay close attention today while you're on this line in Doge. If you can break that with any volume, you're probably going to come up and retest, right? You'd come up and retest this upper area. Pull a little pointer tool back out or drawing tool back out. You're going to come up here and retest. If you can break that key area at 0.35 cents. And XRP is going to be the same thing. We put some targets on there for you yesterday, put them on Twitter. People liked it. You can see we're getting bounced off that lower support in Twitter. You can see we got the pattern recognition on here too from the last time this coin collapsed after it had a huge pump. And you can see how close it's following it too. So I wouldn't be surprised to see this come up and dance on here, even come up and retest that, and then come back down to this line. It's not going to follow it exactly, but it's following it pretty close. So pay attention today here. If you can break, we'll zoom in. If you can break above this key overhead resistance, right, which is right here, you got multiple areas. If you can make a run at that, that's what you got to look for. If not, your next big traded area is right here, and that coincides beautifully with the trading of the 17 pop and going into 18 and XRP. Litecoin's the same thing. We're coming up against major overhead resistance. I put that target on for you down there yesterday. Put it on Twitter. I put it on here. You got to watch at $201 level. If you can break that with volume, you can move up in a bigger way, right? I'll keep you updated. Like, subscribe, and share. This was a mid-morning update. Peace and love. Early morning update. Peace and love.